Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Mummy's Minute. Today we are going to be making some no-sew pumpkins. You can make them any size and all your supplies can be purchased at your local dollar store. So the supplies that you're going to need is some fabric. Now I purchased this beautiful scarf at Dollarama for $5, but you can use any type of fabric that you wish. This is going to make a few pumpkins out of it, so really budget friendly, and I just love the color of this scarf. You're also going to need some stuffing. This stuffing was just left over from a previous DIY. For the stem of the pumpkin, I'm going to be using cinnamon sticks. You can also use a stick from outside, however I love the way the cinnamon smells. You're also going to need about a half a cup of rice, depending on the size of your pumpkin, a sandwich bag or a plastic bag, a pair of scissors, and you're going to need an elastic. And you want to make sure it will loop around your cinnamon stick a couple times loosely. So the first thing you want to do is just prepare your fabric for your no-sew pumpkin. So you want to cut your fabric in the perfect square, so just make sure the length and the width are the same measurements. So with the scarf, I just measured the width of the scarf and I cut the length the same as the width, and I got that perfect square. Once you have your square, you're going to fold that in half and then fold it in half again. And then you're going to take the two opposite corners and you're going to cut half a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect, your cut. However, when you go ahead and you finish that cut and open up your fabric, you should have a shape that's a circle. Once your fabric is prepared, you can then go ahead and prepare the middle of the pumpkin. So for this, you're going to use your plastic bag. You're going to add some rice. You can also use beans. And then you're going to take your stuffing and put it on top of the rice. And you're going to stuff that bag full of the stuffing as much as you can. You can then go ahead and prepare your stem. So this is going to be a bigger pumpkin. So I'm going to use 2 of the cinnamon sticks, and I'm just going to hot glue them together just to make the stem a little bit longer. Once your hot glue dries, you're then going to just create a hole into the middle of your stuffing, and this is where you're going to place your stick. Once your stick is in place, you're then just going to take your elastic band and wrap it around the stick twice, and you want to make sure it's still loose at this point. You can then go ahead and start taking the fabric and feeding it through the loop in the elastic band. And you're going to go all the way around this pumpkin, feeding it into the elastic band until you're happy with the way that your pumpkin looks. Now, if you're happy with the simple look of the pumpkin, great. If not, you can go ahead and add some decorative items on the top. I ended up adding a few leaves to the top and then a couple berries as well. And I just hot glued them, trying to push them in kind of through the elastic a little bit to keep it in place, and then securing it with my hot glue gun. So because I had so much fabric left over from the scarf, I decided I was going to go ahead and make a smaller type, maybe a third of the size of the big one that I made. So using the same technique, I just cut a circle, but instead of using the rice in the plastic bag, I just went with the stuffing. And then using the same technique of taking the fabric and pushing it down into the elastic band. And look how cute this pumpkin looks. It really turned out perfect. And I did end up hot gluing just one leaf onto the smaller pumpkin. So here is the finished product. I love how these turned out. They turned out so good. No-sew pumpkins. You can use any fabric and it's super easy and budget friendly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it inspires you. Please like and subscribe for more DIY fun.